Hello. Rocky's reminded me I'm 3 minutes late, but when I'm offering this for free, I don't really mind. Also, I needed coffee and water. I apologize because I'll probably be sniffling throughout. Here's my coffee. The Fox. It's probably one of my favorite mugs. I had to leave a good one here at my parents'. David's tea. Water. I just took some cranberry vitamins and Cold FX. I'm trying to kick this bug, and Kleenex. So, now you know. I'm just waiting for my computer so that I can see the comments. Video only mode. Yeah, so whenever everybody's ready and starts asking questions. Okay, there's no such thing as a bug, says Rocky. Whatever, I have something going on that I'm trying to get rid of. Some blockage. But I think I look alright. Not a lot of makeup will help with that. And hold on. Still waiting for it to. So far it's just Rocky, so that's embarrassing. Hopefully more people join. Okay, so if Rocky starts asking questions, we can start. I'm waiting. Rocky, you told me you had lots of questions for Seth. Okay. See? Laptop. Why is it that there's all this wonderful information out there, law of attraction information, and yet the masses aren't getting what they want? Because it's still seen. Oh well, sorry, Seth gives me information, but I'll channel him so he can tell you. Hello. So, why aren't people getting what they want? Because they're not actually practicing, or they are reading the material but they're not absorbing it. It's not soaking in. They're studying it like a university course. Law of attraction. Like attracts like. Okay, that makes sense to me. But then they don't know how to use it. The processes Abraham offers are really good, but people need more. They need more basic. They need easier, snap, quick, bullet point. Because people are so... They know how valuable their time is now. Even though time is a made-up thing. But for the purpose of the physical, to get everything they want in the day, their time is valuable. And it's still seen as kind of this far out there idea to a lot of people, especially more conservative places. Randy recently learned LA has lots and lots of mediums, tarot card readers, that such thing. It's becoming bigger. Tyler, the Hollywood medium. There's places like BC, some parts of Alberta, the east coast of Newfoundland, but the middle provinces are a bit more conservative, a bit more uneducated with this information. Seth, can you explain how time works from a non-physical perspective? Explain how all time is now. Think of in the olden days when they had VHSs, and you rewind it, you pause it, you fast forward it, all within the matter of 30 seconds, and within the movie 10 or 20 years could have passed by. That's how real time is. You know, when you're rewinding and you're watching the screen, it's all blurred and really quick. Well, from a non-physical, we can tap in, if it's in our thoughts, we can tap into any time frame. So if I want to go to the 1920s, boom, I'm there. If I want to go to the 1970s, boom, I'm there. If I want to go to the 1810s, boom, I'm there. So it's like you have a time machine almost. You can just pop in and out and there and here. But with time all occurring is now, what you have is think of a planet like orbiting, and then think of your solar system, and you've got the other planets orbiting around it. Well, they're all orbiting at once. They're all occurring at once, but what's happening in each planet is different. So think of each planet as a span of 10 years. You have 1900, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2000. So each planet is occurring at the same time, but is a different time frame. It's much easier to understand once you're in non-physical, but in the books we are writing, we will go deeper into it. We'll draw kind of diagrams that correlate, but there's so many different levels of existence. It's like if you had the world and you lifted up your lawn and you could look down. Currently you live in a world where Trump is president. If you lifted the lawn, you could walk into the world where Hillary is president, where no one won president, where somebody else you didn't even think of or consider ran for president. There's so many different split-offs of reality, because reality isn't reality. Reality is physical, where anything can happen, and it's like a playland. It's like dreamland, where it's like lucid dreaming. You can alter it with your thoughts, and they branch off. It's just hard for people to imagine because they can't understand how they could be here and there and here, but you branch off. Why does Randy have the bug? It's an old thought form of her dad was sick, but she knew she wouldn't catch it. But she went out with her friends and was drinking, and drinking lowers your immune system, so that influenced her. And that was mostly it. But it's pretty much gone. It's a lot better now. She's been taking Cold FX, even though she knows it's just like a placebo. She also knows it'll influence her because her mom wanted her to take it, so she's like, well, if I just take it, it'll knock it out. So within, probably by the end of the day, it'll be gone. Won't have it for the plane, because their whole goal is I don't want to have plugged ears on a plane, because that's never fun. So let's kick this off now. And she also wants to visit a friend who recently had a baby, and she knows she can't do that if she's sick, because she'll pass it on. Keep them coming. Wouldn't it be nice if that was gone? Okay, well, if Rocky is paused on the questions. Oh, here we go. What is meant when Abraham said that you are the most specific, most active summer and utilizer of the energy that creates worlds that exist anywhere in this always evolving, eternally becoming universe? He's referring to you understanding just how powerful you are. Like, there are different levels of existence. There is something before Earth, before human life, before physical, where you learn other qualities and skills, and you aren't nearly as honed in and strong in that existence. Everything is always evolving because there's always thought, so there's always change, so stuff is always changing. And when things change, they evolve for the better. If they don't, they go, they dumb down, but then someone figures it out to evolve it, because you always have to go up. Because once you reach a certain level of intelligence, you can't dumb yourself down. You have to keep going. The universe is always expanding because there's always more coming. People are always wanting to come experience new things. New people are showing up with new ideas, which just sends off rockets of energy and momentum to create more and more. He's not like referring to alien life. I mean, there are different beings on different planets you haven't yet discovered, and in other universes outside of yours, through those black holes and such that you see in the movies. There are other beings like you and smarter than you, more advanced than you, that you may never reach in this lifetime, that, maybe the next 3,000-4,000 years humanity does not reach, but eventually the ability is there to time travel, or in Harry Potter they can apparate. They, use a certain object and then they can go to another place, on a different continent. Maybe things like that will start happening. Then you can start visiting these other planets and discovering each other and intermixing, sharing your knowledge. Alien invasion. Anything else, Rocky? Seth, what information can you give us, physical extensions of source energy that will benefit us now? Well, lots of things will benefit you. Well, as flu season approaches, I don't need that. I enjoy being healthy. I enjoy going about my day as usual. I enjoy not being pestered by others that I'm sick and that I need this and that. You know, sometimes kids like it because they get the day off from school, so be it. But I enjoy going to work. I can't go to work if I'm sick. People treat me differently if I'm at work when I'm sick, so that's something of the past. I don't need to experience that anymore. I enjoy being my best physical self. So yes, I don't need to be sick. It's not something I need to experience anymore. Going into winter, again, what kind of weather do you want? Some people want snow, some people don't. Do you want to have a really good trapping season? Do you want to be able to go play on your snowmobile, go tobogganing, go whip around on a quad in the snow? Ask for snow. Do you want it to be snowy but warm? Like a dry snow, not a wet snow? Ask for that kind of snow. Ask for the best physical climate conditions. Ask for the best snow. Do you want no snow? Maybe your house is the only house in the entire city where the snow just seemed to melt away unexplainably. Even if it's cold, just ask for your body to use extra energy to stay as warm as possible. This in turn will burn more energy, which will make you lose weight faster. Think about and see all the positives, and that is what you'll experience. If you think very negatively about winter, oh, the roads are always terrible, it's always hard to drive, well, that's what you're going to get. If you think positively, that's what you'll get. If you think about how all the cars end up in the ditch and you always have to salt and you gotta wash your truck so that it doesn't corrode and blah 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 blah, that's what you'll get. That's what the old timers get. But the new generation knows that you think positive, you get positive. Your vibe attracts your tribe, so go with it. And know that winter isn't permanent. Spring is always around the corner, so the weather's always going to get warmer. For losing weight, winter's a good time to do it because everything, if you live somewhere where there's snow, is more physically exerting. So if you are to mow the lawn in the summer and you have a push mower, it takes so much physical exertion. But if you are to shovel your driveway and the sidewalk in the winter, well, you're already fighting walking in the snow, so it's more leg work. It's more energy for your body to stay warm. It's already better for you. If you're gonna go for a toboggan, like let's say you go hiking in the summer, well, that's uphill, but if you go tobogganing, you're constantly up and down a hill. It's more energy and it's more fun. And you're walking through snow, so it's more leg work. There's just so many activities that the snow allows your body to do that require more effort, which allows you to lose energy faster. Not energy, to lose weight faster. See all of your food as fuel to stock you with energy for the next bit, and drink coffee and tea to stay warm, but also know that your body is working overtime to keep you warm, which burns more fat. Okay, anything else? I know Betty's friend had some questions about a long-lost family member, you can let her know that yes, she is still alive, and yes, she is still looking for her as well, and that the timing has been off those other times, but they needed to come close to know that it's still possible and to still keep looking. And when the timing is right, they will be reunited. You can let her know a good affirmation for her to write or to think is, I am always in the right place at the right time. Everyone I know is always in the right place at the right time. Everyone near me is always in the right place at the right time. That will make her feel better about missing the connection, because it wasn't, her fault. It just wasn't meant to be at that time, but she was in the right place at the right time and will be again. Any more? Just going to close these vents. Okay. What information? Okay, still the same question. Well, what else? You humans always need so much help. If you are feeling sad, do not wear all black. If you are feeling fat, do not wear all black. Put color in your wardrobe because colors affect you mentally. If you're feeling sad, wear a pair of jeans and a bright orange, a bright pink, a bright green shirt with a blue hoodie. If you're feeling fat, maybe you have lots of weight up here, well, wear a navy blue shirt, black, brown shirt, fine, but wear a lighter pair of jeans. Or, fine, wear black pants as well, but throw on a bright yellow shawl. Because once you feel good, that's when you lose weight. You can't lose weight if you're constantly hiding your fat, hiding how big you are. You have to embrace it and know that it's temporary and that you can weigh as much as you want to. And you've got to show off your personality, let that shine through, and then your weight will match it. Question from Scott. With all the written stuff out there about law of attraction, why are there masses of people still not understanding? Because it's still not written in the right way, and Seth has to get through. It's still this foreign concept to people who have forgotten. So the earlier you start, the younger you start, the better. The less of a manual it is, the more of kind of like a sneaky way of teaching you. Like when adults try and hide vegetables and food because they think that's what kids need. With the Sarah books, it's not like ask and it's given. It's not like this is what you need to do. This is what law of attraction is. It's not like The Secret where it's like this is what it is, this is how you practice it. It's just a story that incorporates it. And same with the book about the fish Rabbitang, or the fish book. It's about a story that incorporates these ideas. Randy is writing a book about kids at summer camp, and some stuff goes awry and some shit happens, and they have to work together, stay positive, and use the law of attraction to figure it out and escape. So without the specific term law of attraction anywhere in the book, that's how you get through. It's a simple read, it's easy, it's not, someone trying to force some concept you don't understand down your throat. When you're around people who practice this stuff, there's two kinds. There's the kinds who want to oh, sorry. There are the kinds who want to show you everything, explain everything to you. But there's also the kinds who just sit there quietly and just practice it and let you watch. And both ways work for different people. But if someone is constantly telling you about something and you're not able to practice it and understand it and have it work for you, it just puts you off because you think, well, it obviously doesn't work for everyone. Which isn't true. So, the people who are understanding are the most resistant, who have the most influence outside of this, maybe religion, their own thoughts. Maybe they're jaded from some experience, and how could I possibly have attracted that? But everybody can relearn this, but the younger you start, the better. And the more you surround yourself with people who get it, the more you will get it, the more it will flow easier to you. Yes. Can you give us a process to allow a steady stream of money to flow into our experience? Well, there are lots of processes out there. So continue to use the ones in the Ask and It Is Given. But a simpler one is when you go out and having money in your wallet, or writing yourself a check for $2,000 and carrying it in your wallet. Well, go to the mall, go to the downtown, wherever, walk around. I could buy that, I could buy that, I could buy that. I like that. I know someone who would like that. Christmas is coming up. I could buy that for so-and-so. I could buy that for this person. I could buy that. That. Before you know it, you spend $10,000 mentally, which is the equivalent of physically spending $10,000. Do a vision board of, okay, fine, you want more money, but what are you going to use it on? Why do you need more money? You don't just need money to sit in a bank account. Think of all the people around you. Are they working? Do they have money? Do they have vehicles? Do they have houses? Well, if my sister can afford this house and this truck, I'm just as great of a creator as she is, so I should be able to afford that too. Well, how am I going to afford it? Well, I need money to come to me. Maybe you want more hours at work so you get more money. See yourself being at work. Schedule yourself like you're at work more. Volunteer. Let your bosses know that you want extra shifts, that you're willing, that you're looking to get more money. Print off a check for yourself and date it, let's say in a month, for $200. Start small. And then that money will come to you. Try after another month, $500. Just keep going and it'll just keep coming. When you get inspired thoughts, go with it. If you think, I should go to this money-making seminar, I think it will have some benefits for me. If you get the urge, go. You'll learn something. You'll meet someone. You'll get in contact with someone who has a job, offers more pay that you want. Always go with it. Well, what can you tell us about the severe weather patterns happening around different parts of the world? People want evidence of global warming, and one of the best indicators is crazy weather, which I don't know how you justify global warming since you don't actually know what it is and you've never had it before, but people just assume that wild weather equals global warming. And they're asking for evidence so that they can get more money to keep researching it and to fix it and to eradicate it. So there's odd weather happening. But it's also sometimes out of boredom, people being bored. So then you get this 80-kilometer-an-hour winds, thunderstorm, flash lightning. Maybe people desperately need rain, but it's been a drought. So then all of a sudden there's a flash storm that's very dramatic, as if their prayers have been answered. An avalanche. There's a buildup of energy. People are asking to see something. The mountain wants something to happen. Maybe it's bored. Maybe it's got a lot of emotion going on, so it pushes this avalanche out. So, boredom, people wanting proof of global warming, different types of asking. Half the people want warm, half the people want cold, so you get this flux of this weird mix to match all the asking. That's what it comes down to. Do you have to give in order to receive? No. Does Trump give? I doubt it. And he's the president now. Do most leaders give? No. Maybe with the exception of Obama and some leaders in some really poor countries where they're not corrupted. But no, you don't ever have to give. You do have to ask, and you do have to be positive, and you do have to know that it is your right to receive things. So, there's ask, believe, receive. Intend for it to be yours, and you will hold it in your hand. But no, you do not have to give. It's not like a give and take. That's a human thing. But by giving, you can receive. So let's say you want to get more money. There's a process some use that works for them where they give $1 to a homeless person or some kind of donation center every day. Because as they're giving money, they're spending it, they're feeling good, which allows them to attract more. They don't feel this lack of money because they have so much, they can allow themselves to give some away. If you help somebody clean out their house and paint it and redecorate, you're feeling good, which allows more good into your life. So you don't have to give, but you can help others, which raises your vibration and helps you attract what you're looking for. Any more? Okay, what can we talk about? Well, this giving in order to receiving is part of the flawed premise of human thinking. Back in the old days, where you have to work hard to achieve results and get what you deserve. It's all bogus. The top employees at any company are the least hardworking. It's the ones who are paid the least to do the most work, especially physical work. And it's the ones at the top who have figured out how to use the law of attraction, and a lot of the time they're not willing to share it, or they just don't understand. They just know that they deserve to be there, so they've gotten what they've wanted and asked for. But there's a lot of books out there that teaching it wrong, old school thinking. There are books like, 7 Effective Habits of Successful People. Those work because it's about goal planning. What are you intending? What do you want? What are you asking for? That will work. But there's others that don't work because it's based on human experience. It's flawed. How many teachers are there in non-physical? There's like hundreds. But if you're thinking of like a Seth, okay, there's one Seth, but with Seth there's 3 personalities that mix. With Abraham, there's one Abraham, but there's several personalities that create him. So of the hundreds of teachers, there's actually, thousands of personalities mixed in. And throughout lifetimes, these personalities switch because the teachings switch, or they've graduated and moved on. So at any given time there are hundreds to thousands when you include all the personalities. One of the easiest ways to pick up stuff about law of attraction is to watch kids. If you're lucky enough to teach kindergarten or to volunteer to go help with a kindergarten class, it's a great way to pick up on stuff. Because kids will pick up on things and they'll say it to you. You look really sad when you think about it. Well, I guess I do kind of feel sad right now. Okay, why am I feeling sad? Or they might say to you, let's say you're normally a grocery store clerk. Why are you a grocery store clerk? Oh, it was an easy job and I've just been doing it for so long. Do you like it? Well, it's okay. Did you want to do that as a kid? Well, no, I kind of wanted to be an accounts manager in the stock room. Well, why don't you do that? And then you'll feel stupid because you'll understand, like, kids are so simple. There's no logic, it just is. They just get thought from source and they just blurt it out. And they just know how the world works until they're misled and led astray by adults trying to teach them. So it's really good to hang around kids lots and to listen to what they say and then to validate what they're saying and to keep asking them questions to get more and more out of them so they're more comfortable to do that around you and they'll keep giving you more. I know one way that people like to make money is to sell things online. So if you're having trouble selling a particular item, delete the ad, create a new ad. Take slightly different pictures, change the write-up a little bit, maybe lower the price a little bit. As you post the ad, wait, don't just do it right away. Wait until you get the oh, I should post the ad feeling. Because at that moment, there's someone looking, wanting that item for that price. So if you get the urge to post something, do it. You know, Randy's dad got the urge to post her car at a certain time on a certain day. He just knew, if I post it Friday night, people are going to want it for the weekend. Bam, overnight, he got someone wanted to see it. That morning they came, they were the first person. They paid full price, didn't barter, didn't open the trunk, didn't even pop the hood, just took his word for it based on where he lived, and by talking with him, that it was what they wanted. They knew what they're looking for, and when you find it, you know. So when you get the urge to post something online, go for it, because someone is asking for that item, and it's the connection being made. Can you give us advice for a good life? What is the ideal? For a good life, just be happy. Ask for things to make your life better and better. Some people like simple, quiet lives in the country, in an olive field, running a vineyard. Some like the hustle and bustle of New York, where it's busy. So, you know, intend to have the best experiences, be with the best people, have everything that you want. Ask for guidance to be led to the best possible situations for your highest being. You know, appreciate your friends. Make a gratitude list, and you'll attract more and more of that. What words can one use to improve a bad mood? This is temporary. Do I enjoy feeling this way? I'm in this bad mood because something's trying to tell me something is off. Did somebody make me feel this way, or did my reaction to them make me feel this way? Well, what is that thing? Let's remove it. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a hike. I think I need some fresh air. I think I need to switch the environment. I think for my best interest, I need to remove myself from this situation. Change it. Why are there so few teachers, non-physical teachers? Because the asking isn't there. So right now, you know, let's say there's 3,500 teachers. I'm not saying there's like 900 teachers, as in hundreds. I mean, it's thousands. It's more 4,700. 100. Then, you know, multiply that with all the different personalities. Only up to like 12, 13, 14, 15,000. But there's just not enough asking. Or, well, there's Abraham, so let's just listen to what Abraham says. Everybody follows Abraham. There's no need for them to have their own teachers. People in like Papua New Guinea and South America and the jungles, they don't need teachers because they still listen to Source. Let's say you're in Australia. Well, there's like an Australian version of Abraham, so everybody listens to them. So there's not this need for all these teachers yet. If there is nothing to fear, why do we still have fear? Even those who live comfortably to have fears. Why does it never seem to go away? Having fear is part of physical. It's an emotion to alert you that something is off. I mean, sometimes people are fearful because they feel like they're being followed, and then they turn around and there's something following them. The dark just naturally makes people uncomfortable because they can't see, because sometimes spirit comes out at that point, because of horror movies they've seen, because of scary stories their parents have told them as kids, so they just can't get that out of their head. Fear is just part of the emotional scale. It's normal to have. And you don't have to be frightened by it. It's something you need to, it's a skill that people need to learn on how to deal with fear. Well, why am I scared? What's making me scared? How can I fix that? Is this logical, or am I just nervous and uncomfortable, so it's coming out as fear? You don't need fear to go away. It's okay to have fear. You just have to learn how to manage it. A lovely deer outside, but unfortunately this is in the city and not in Alberta. So we are unable to hunt it. What a tease. It's like that every day here. If only one person in a family or between a collective of friends believe in law of attraction is possible to influence others. Yes. Subconsciously, they're going to notice things are working out. Why are things are always working out for Jane? Jane gets a lot of attention from other people in a positive way. Jane got a raise last week. Jane didn't even ask for a raise. Jane isn't even technically eligible for a raise yet. Jane loves her job. Jane's so pretty. Jane's so skinny. How is Jane always happy? How are people always nice to Jane? Jane never seems to run into jerks. They're gonna start wondering what they're doing, and they're gonna start copying Jane or asking Jane for advice. Why? Oh, and the other thing is, if you see someone struggling, you can do writing for them to help influence them. If you see they have this chronic pain in their leg, you can do writing about them feeling good, feeling their best, releasing the pain, letting go, and you can influence it without them ever knowing. Maybe show them your notes later. Why are people so skeptical of law of attraction? Because nobody wants to admit that they've attracted something negative. Maybe you got fired from a job. Well, it wasn't my fault. That guy's a jerk. I was a shitty job anyways. Everyone was out to get me at that place from the start. You've done something to attract it. Whether you know in the moment what. So people think, well, if I attract everything, how can that work? Because I definitely didn't attract any fired, because why would I want that experience? But once people can let go of that ego part and just, push aside, okay, fine, I attracted everything, but I don't have to, get into the details of that yet. I can just know that, fine, I attracted everything. Oh, sneeze. Sniffled. Stifled. Okay. So people are skeptical because they don't want to admit they attracted something negative. They just have to let it go. Can terminally ill people reverse the damage to their bodies? Well, one, there has to be the want. Two, there has to be their higher power not asking for that experience, because they might have come for that experience. And three, it depends how bad the body is and all the influence around them. Because if all your doctors are telling you you have 3 days to live, if all your family has come to visit, flown in from different states and provinces and countries to say goodbye, and you're laying in a hospital bed, you're not gonna have much hope, no matter who you are. If you're one heart attack away from death and you've lost 100 pounds and you're just skin and bones, if the thought and the desire is there, you can prevent from having any more heart attacks. You can see food as nourishing you and working in overtime to fix your body. But at that point, most people are at that time when they're ready to go. Some recover and come back. Not terminally ill, but the miracle man who couldn't walk ever corrected that and retaught his body how to walk, because that is what he wanted, and he came here for that experience. You know, there's some people who will get cancer and be given a month to live and end up living for 3 or 4 years because they're not ready yet. But there's the influence of life cancer, so it's never going away. It'll just always be in remission, and eventually I will succumb to it. But there's also people who completely rid it from their bodies. It just depends on what you're wanting out of that experience and the influence around you and how much you know about the law of attraction. If Seth was human now, what is the first thing Seth would do? I'd probably go to the beach. I would... Okay, let's say not as a kid. Let's say I came as an adult. I would write and publish several books immediately to get this information out there. But I would also go to the beach and lay on the sand, splash in the water. I would have a banana milkshake, because I love those. And I would start doing what Esther's doing, what Randy's going to be doing with Rocky. I would start touring and getting this information out there to move the earth collectively forward and to really benefit from these teachings and to change all their lives around. To get what you want out of life now. Whew. Yeah, there's lots and lots of things that can be taught that very beneficial to all of you. Why does being out in nature feel so good? Because trees are extension of source. Those who come to be nature are here for a peaceful experience, so naturally they bring out the peace in you. Fresh air is good for you. When you're in a man-made structure, you've got the influence of the builders. When you're outside, there's no influence, it's just outside. There's another deer taunting us. Let's make sure you can see it. Oh, they seem to hide in this video. There it is. Taunting us. But yes. Animals. Animals are more in tune with source. It feels nice to see them even if you can't hunt them. Plants, flowers, fresh air, the breeze, ocean, it's just mountains. It's all different energies, and they're all here for the experience of zen, calm, bliss, euphoric, sublime, feeling good. So it's important to be with nature and to go outside daily, even if it's just for 10 minutes. I think we have time for about one more. if you want to lose weight and you have been at one point in your life an ideal weight, as an adult, it can't be like from when you're 10. Print off a picture of you like that, put it on the fridge, and look at that, and that is what you'll start focusing on. If you don't have any pictures that you like, get one of your face and paste it onto the body of what you want to weigh, and look at that and focus on that. If you're not comfortable having it on the fridge for people to see, put it in your wallet, put it in your pocket, have it in your phone as your background even. Focus on that, and that is what you will become. That is what you will draw out as you start seeing food as nourishment, you start exercising when you want to and are inspired to, you start feeling better, you stop seeing yourself as fat. That is what you will get. How do you define God or source energy? What is the easiest way to connect to that energy on a daily basis? There's no God. God was a person, and someone wrote a story about God. Thus, we have the Bible, and everyone worships God. Whole different story. So let's go with source energy. Source energy is like the accumulation of all that is. And everybody comes off of, so everyone's an extension. The easiest way to connect to that is to meditate, to go swimming, being in the ocean or the lake, being with water, to go in the woods, to hold trees in the woods, to look in the mirror into your pupils, and to see your inner self will help connect you to source. To write with your automatic writing with your inner guides. But the best is meditating, or like deprivation takes, but even better if you can is to go swimming in the ocean, to go swimming in a lake, to go hiking in the mountain. Because mountains and oceans are very, very important, very powerful, lots and lots of energy, and will help you focus and get what you want. Okay, well, it is 11:01. I don't see any other questions rolling in. So I think for now that is good. Next week will be evening. Okay, we have one more question, but next week will be an evening, 6 to 7 mountain time, Alberta time, Western Canada time. But we will also do a Saturday session so that people who work can tune in. Thinking maybe 3, 4, 5 in the evening. Be next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. So we will, might even be December by then. Let's check the calendar. That will be the 26th. Not quite December. So we have that to look forward to. But last question. Does source energy experience what we do, and if so, why? No. Source energy taps in to what all of you experience, but it's like at a higher level. So a lot of it doesn't register, like all the petty stuff, all the dramatics doesn't register with source. But source can tap in to give its influence, to help guide, but source is on like a whole different playing field. Much different. Yes, but that is good for today. I'm going to go warm up this coffee. Randy will. and we will see you next Wednesday. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, that's number 4. Bye.